All right, mission number 1. All these options to book for Toronto. We gotta pick one. So that's priority number 1 today. And then we gotta head out, and I'll explain that when I'm in the car. Booking done. We ended up getting a hotel because there was a really good deal at a hotel that's actually at the baseball stadium there. So that's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna make for some good vlogging footage. So we might have itinerary at the Renaissance. All right, there we go. Sweet, we got it. And we're right next to our venue, so it's like walking distance. Super good. All right, so the other things I had to say were about yesterday, because yesterday I did not get a chance to vlog much. I thought I had to work yesterday in the kitchen. Turned out I did not, but I stayed around the restaurant anyways. I was helping out with some other stuff. I just vlogged a little bit of comments that I had wanted to put, but then this morning I realized that like I had about 3 minutes of footage, so definitely wasn't enough for a vlog, so I said let's combine the 2 days together. So the things from yesterday were, one being we spoke to the people at the Formula 1, and we decided to not go through with that this year just because the rent is so high for the event for that weekend, that if it rains, you're losing a lot of business, and you rely on just 1 day of business at that point, which is the Sunday. That being said, at the price point that we have to sell our product, the amount of volume that we would have to do to make up the rent in those 3 days, just it didn't come out to anything that made any sense whatsoever. We went over our numbers from the last time our truck was there several years ago when we had a franchisee running it, and we saw what he did, and we couldn't justify being there for that weekend. We have another event that we can do that weekend that's pretty much a guarantee success, so we're probably gonna save it for that instead. So it's a bummer, but at the same time it's a blessing in disguise. You know, everything happens for a reason, and maybe there'll be another year that we'll go, but this year unfortunately we will not be at the Formula 1 of Montreal. The other thing, I'm on my way now to our Marché Central location, and the reason for that is I have some free meals I'm gonna drop off for someone that's gonna come by and pick them up. Now the story behind this was, I was at the movies a few months ago with my wife and her cousin, and from the seat behind us I hear a girl say, "Oh my god, I can't wait to go eat Dick Ann's." So we all looked at each other, then I looked back, I smiled, and then I looked back at the screen, and then I realized that I might have looked like a creep just looking back and smiling. So you know, I decided to do something special, and I pulled out my business card and I wrote on the back, you know, meal compliments of myself, and I turned around and I gave it to them. I explained who I was, and they couldn't believe it. They were freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, what are the chances? Thank you so much, thank you so much." Anyways, so I hear them go on about someone's birthday, one of the two, I don't remember who it was, if it was hers or her boyfriend's birthday in March, and I remember that because my birthday's in March. So I said, coming close to March, I'm gonna send them an email. I'm gonna tell them to go pick up some more meals on me, on the house, just for being really cool customers. Because when you're in a situation like that where you least expect it and you hear a good comment or people that appreciate your product, it does something like really special, and you know, it touched me, and I feel it's a small gesture of my appreciation for them being loyal customers, and for talking about me in like a random place. Well, not me, and for talking about us in a random setting. So I'm on my way there now. They've already been contacted. She's gonna come by probably today or tomorrow to pick them up, and yeah, so nice little token of my appreciation. Anyways, that's where I'm heading, and then back to the restaurant, finalize the details for Toronto, buy our tickets for the show, because that we actually haven't done yet, and then figure out what we're gonna do later. In case you're new to the vlog or you haven't checked up on past episodes, actually Toronto, I forgot to explain, the restaurant show in Toronto, it's one of the bigger ones in Canada, if not the biggest. In May we're going to the one in Chicago, which is like the biggest largest one in North America, but there's a smaller one that happens in Toronto at the end of the month, and it's nice to go there because, I mean, you're dealing with a lot of Canadian companies that you know have products here, that you know have services here, versus when we go to the States, sometimes it's a little bit harder to find companies that'll deal with you in Canada. Most of the time they will, but you know, it's nice to always support like the local economy. And obviously, us being in the restaurant business and there being a restaurant show in Toronto, we're gonna go. So that's what the trip to Toronto is about. All right, so package was delivered, everything was good, everyone's happy, they were nice and busy. Heading back to the main office now. It's cold out. Ugh. Back at the office, tickets to the restaurant show are now booked. Everything looks good, I'm excited, so we're gonna leave in like 10 days. Wife, he's eating chips. You're gonna be, oh, no you're not. You're gonna be on? Nope. Yeah, so we're going upstairs, watch some TV. We had a good day. Day turned out pretty decent. You got a lot of work to do this week.
Yeah.
A lot of work. She's got a lot of work to do. And I'm here to help. I am the computer scanner, printer guy that's gonna help her. And
mental support.
Mental support. And
dial 911 if I hold any sharp objects.
Yeah, and I gotta call the cops if she starts pulling out the knives. Anyways, what else? So that's pretty much it. That's some of the stories from today, some of the stuff that's happening, some of the stuff that's happened. I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember to always be respectful. Respect everybody you meet, and try hard at everything you do.
1 and 2 are the same thing.
No, it's not. No, because you have to be respectful.
And respect everyone.
But respect everybody you meet is different than being respectful. Because you could be respectful and you can respect. Yes, it's two different things. It's my two things. Yes, yes. All right, good night.